Morning, everybody. We're still at the resort here over in Guimaras. I'll go over and show you the name here towards the end of the video, hopefully, because I can't pronounce it as usual. But it's Tuesday morning, the 19th of November. Probably 80 degrees here at 8:30 in the morning in the Philippines here at Guimaras. Come over from Ilo. So there's some of the places they offer the cottages. These are $2,000 a night. What I'd like to do in this video, even though I'm at the resort, is speak about my 22 months living in the Philippines now. So this is a little update. Hopefully this is okay. I haven't walked up here. They own, I think, 3 hectares. Anyhow, some things I've considered or thought about over the last 22 months of living here. One of them more recently I'm reminded of is surround yourself with, here in the Philippines, when you're in your own country, you're pretty self-reliant. You know what you're doing. You've been doing it for many years usually. So you're pretty good at it and you don't need as much assistance. But here in the Philippines, it's nothing like what you're used to. And even though people are friendly and say yes, yes, and go here, stay here, and you good, I'm good, that's not always the case, and it's hard to distinguish things. So I would say come here and having a partner of some sort, or somebody you trust, whether it's a relative or somebody else, is very very important to have that here in the Philippines. So it's an asset. So which I've been reminded of this traveling over here. Somebody that speaks the language and can quickly know what somebody else is saying and talking the native language, which I'm not very fluent in yet after 2 years. And get what information, what you need to do and where to go. And also I think it makes a difference when you're doing things like business or buying something, renting a scooter, getting something to eat. There you're often find there's like a Philippine price and an expat price. So I may come up to a place to rent scooters, for instance, and the guy before me gets it for $250 and they say $450, sir. So somebody that understands the prices of things can save you 25-50% things, or making mistakes on stuff. So it's just like buying land or anything else. So same things I've said in my other videos. We'll get into that in a little bit. But so it's just so important to have find you somebody good. And how you do that is just like any place else. You're not going to get off the boat usually and meet someone. You're going to meet somebody the first day. There's the resort we're at. So Punting Resort, that's how I would say it. That's the name of the resort. So yeah, you're going to get off the plane and you're going to have 12, 15, 20 people going to be real nice to you and yes, and act like they've your long lost cousin. But you're going to find that maybe only 1 or 2 of them over a period of 6 months of the next year you're here is trustworthy in what you're really looking for. So at least that's kind of what I found. So many nice people, but somebody you can really trust and count on and rely on. And that type of stuff, again, back to my theme of a lot of different topics here, is take your time. So somebody's not going to show you they're not nice and not trustworthy the first time they meet you. It's going to slowly, gradually show up after 3 months, 6 months, a year or 2. So the longer you take with somebody, the better. Part pardon my scratchy throat. Oh wow, the tide's out. So yeah, that's the theme of the Philippines. Take your time. Take your time with settling in, getting to know people. You're going to continuously meet people and have offers of business and love and various things here. You know, the Philippines have been here for a long time, and so have the people, and so they're going to be here in 6 months or 2 years from now, whenever you get ready and more prepared to do things. So yeah, it's quite windy on the beach. It's low tide. Last night there's water and you could swim around these rocks here. So probably about 9 o'clock last night. So now you'd have to wade out there about 1/8 of a mile. I won't get too much close to the shore here because it's quite windy. So that's the theme of the Philippines. Take your time. Try to find somebody nice or line somebody up. You can't really, and again, you can't hardly do that like if you're in the US or somewhere and you're chatting online. If you're chatting online, people can say I'm single, I'm good, I have money, I have business here. You get here, you find out they don't have business, they don't have money, they're not so good, they're married with 5 kids or something. So there's a lot of deception. And that's the same anywhere else. It's not to say the Philippines has a lot of deception. It's there's deception in every country. Much deception in the United States as well. So I'm not knocking on one country or one people or the other. So just to be aware, you're not in the U.S. and things work differently. All across the board, relationships, buying things here. So that's the theme. Take your time, take your time. Can't stress that enough. So, but you can live relatively cheaply. Again, as I've said in many videos, past videos, it's province versus city. You're going to be able to live cheaper and easier cheaply in the province. City's going to cost you more, but there's more places to eat, more places to buy motorbikes and clothes and get things done that you're more used to coming from the West. So that's the thing on that. Money, I would say, to me, the starting of comfort here is probably $1,500 coming from the West. That's kind of my humble opinion. You can live on $500, $1,500 starts the comfort, and 25 to 35. To me, that's very comfortable here in the Philippines. Won't say you can have everything you want, but to me, if you want more than that, I don't know what you're wanting. So, but there's a budget for everybody here. You could probably spend $10,000-$20,000 a month. Up in Boracay. Have a boat, a plane, and wherever you could. There's something for everybody in every budget here, just like in America. You make $50,000, there's a budget for you. You make $300,000 a year, there's a lifestyle for you, and there's people that live on it, and that's barely enough, making $300,000, because that's what they're used to spending on. So or making. So it's whatever you get used to, and you set your mind and set your budget into. So that's my 2 cents on that. If anybody has as all the videos, I encourage people to jump in and say, oh no, I disagree, or I agree, or it's more I'm looking for more positive or input, not necessarily positive, but share your experience and say, hey, I found this, and this is what I've experienced, and then other people can hear your comment and post, and you know, and then go on that. So I'm just one person coming from Ohio, America, USA, and this has been my, that's why it's called Terry's Philippine Journey. That's been my experience here as I've went along. Generally, the people are friendly. The weather is good if you like warm weather, because I always coin the phrase, it's endless summer here. 80 degrees every day, nights, sunny, not sunny. Now, it may vary if you get in the mountains or something, because they have quite an elevation change here. I think it goes up 6, 7, 8,000 feet in places. So you might, get down in the 70s or something up in there. But here where I'm living in Visayas Island, and I haven't been to the mountains here, but it's pretty much the same every day. December and January and February is like June and July back in the States. So the weather, I think, is fantastic. I don't miss the snow and the cold and the change of season. It's every day's seems to be a sunny day and endless warmth, and every night is endless summer night. You think of the best summer night you have in the States, where the air is just beautifully, warm and wraps around you very comfortably, and it feels so nice you don't want to go home and go to sleep. That's how it is here most every night in the Philippines. So each his own, I would say. If you can, come visit if you're been thinking about it. And to me, you can think a long time, but at some point just pull the trigger and come, and just like everything else in your life, you decide to buy a car or buy a bike or buy a house or get married at some point. It may go well, it may not go well, but I'd say the chances of it going well, if you have some income here, as I suggested, $1,500 to $3,000 would be a good number that you could spend each month, then your chance of doing well is better here. And if you take your time with things, if you come here and you start throwing money around because you have lots of money, the peso and the exchange rate's very good for the Americans. I think it's almost 58 pesos at the moment to the dollar as I'm speaking. But that kind of stuff gets you in trouble, and if you're out chasing pretty women, it's endless, and that also gets you in trouble. It's quite windy. But back this way to stay out of the wind, because you're not going to hear a thing. So, because you're going to end up spending 20,000 pesos to 1,000,000 pesos in each one, and there are 100 of them waiting for you to spend it on them. And then everybody's going to say, help this person or that person, or let's start business and make money. And that's another little thing that I've made numerous videos on. Business here isn't like business in America. In some cases, yes, but that's if you know what you're doing and you're well connected, you can do okay here. But that's the minority. 98% or some big number of businesses don't go, and you don't generate the profit and income that you do in America. Now, can you, make ends meet? Maybe and barely. So to me personally, I would say for most people, 75 to 95%, the Philippines is not a good place to start a business, in my humble opinion. Now, if you're a big businessman, you've traveled the world, you're comfortable dealing with foreign governments and different issues, and you have deep pockets to pay attorneys and make mistakes and this and that, then go ahead, by all means, give it a whirl. So But because that's exactly what I thought when I come. I thought, well, I'm going to start a business here, and maybe not. It wasn't lots of money, but support myself. And after a year or two of being here, I said, I don't know what I would do to make money here. That I can count. That sounds good. Everybody's has something to say. Plant corn, piggery, sorry store, gas station, all kinds of businesses here. Just difficult for them to generate the kind of income that we're used to having back in the States. So you might make 2% or 8% or some low number like that on your thing. So if you're 20 years old, that's not so bad, because you have 60 years to 40 years to get somewhere. But a lot of us are 50, 70, 80 years old. If you spend several $1 million trying to get a business going, well, you're not going to get that back. You're probably likely be gone, or the Filipino or whoever you're dealing with, government or some official, it'll be gone that way. So money's easy to lose, but hard to get. Well, that's my time, my 22 months here. November the 19th, I believe, Tuesday morning. Got a stiff 40-mile-an-hour breeze coming off the ocean here. We're over in Guimaras, so yeah, please share your comments and try to help others out. That's what I'm trying to promote. I'm just starting the conversation and share some of my viewpoints, and they may be good, work for you, or may not work for you, or make sense to you, or may not. So everybody has a different one. So put yours in there, and we'll see if more people, you can help other people. Is the main goal of the talk, is to keep people from rushing over or sitting at home. The opposite of that, if you want to go and you're living life, get your butt and get out here and get over. So it's not perfect. There is some issues which I've been discussing, but if you're aware of these things, it makes life a lot easier. All right, thanks for your time. Appreciate everybody. Take care. That's it from Guimaras, Terry's Philippine Journey, and we'll talk at you later. Thanks for watching.